saw a kid who ran across the room, and when he came back he said, "I think I can run faster." You know, I wasn't the one fitting that child for a pair of shoes, but I saw him tear across our floor again, and he went running back to his mom. So I walked over and I said, "Hey, did you get a new pair of shoes?" He said, "Oh yeah, these are them, you know, these are my back to school shoes." And he was grinning from ear to ear. And then taking a look at the shoes that he came in with, and they were beat up and ripped, and the soles were coming apart. So this is just one of those self-esteem boosters for the kids right before they go back to school. And if it makes them truly feel like they can run faster, man, give as many shoes away as possible. You know, let's do that. It's an amazing program.
Almost every week I leave here feeling blessed to be able to have been a blessing to specific shoppers, whether it's just listening to them sometimes or going in the back and looking for something that maybe we don't have out on the floor at the time that they have a specific need for. But you know, shoes is all about the kids. It's great to see.
In the Image does a great job, in my opinion, of setting up the program to look like a retail store. And the students get to come in and they get to choose from different styles, different colors, and pick out the shoe that they like the most. So it's not just walk in the door, what size is your shoe? Here you go, have a nice day. So they feel like they really have a choice in the matter. And it's not just a handout to them. They don't feel like they're getting second-rate goods. They are brand new shoes. One of my favorite stories, I had a young man come in. I went to the back room and I picked out 4 pairs of shoes for him. And I brought him back out, and 2 things were obvious right away. Number 1, I needed to go a size up in the shoes. Number 2, I knew what his favorite pair of shoes were. So I told him that I would go to the back room and see if I could find his favorite shoes in the next size up. But I couldn't guarantee anything because you just never know what's back there. So I went back, crossing my fingers and my toes, and I got to the back room, and sure enough, there was a pair of his favorite style in his size, in the next size up. So I also took 2 other pair of shoes in the colors he liked, and I put those on top of his favorite pair. So I walked back out, and I tried to keep as solemn a face as I could. I opened up the first pair of shoes and I said, "What do you think of these?" And he kind of shrugged his shoulders and he said, "Yeah, those will do. Those are nice." And I said, "What do you think of these?" And I opened the second pair. And he looked at me, same reaction. And then I opened up the third pair, which were the pair he really liked. And it was like a smile from ear to ear. He was so excited. He couldn't get those shoes on fast enough. And when his dad approved that there was enough room in those shoes for him to grow into, he took them off, put them back in the box to save them for school, and after thanking me, I think he floated out of here. I don't think he even walked. He was so excited and so happy to get those shoes.
For somebody that's looking for an opportunity to give to a worthy cause, I don't think that there's anything that you can get a bigger bang for your buck than donating to the SH.O.E.S program. To be able to give and to know that it goes directly to a child, which for me, that's kind of where my heart is. You know, I mean, I'm all about the kids, and to know that kids are getting these shoes, that it's, you know, it's a need. They need these, and I just think it's a great way to give.
Think back when you were in elementary school. Think of your first day. Think of how you felt showing off your new shoes. Or if you weren't fortunate enough to have new shoes, think about how you felt because you didn't have them. And think about how amazing it is what $15 can do to change not just a child's life, but a parent's life also. And I think if you're able to give financially, that's wonderful. And or if you can come down and volunteer in the program, that's even more wonderful. But if you would not regret doing either, and you know, you might just change someone's life.
say this program, you really have to see it to understand it. You have to be a part of it. I can sit here and I can explain all of my stories to you, and I've got a ton of them. But until you're in that room and you're working with a child who has very little, and you're talking to a mom who is just trying to provide for her children, you don't get it. And it isn't until you actually see the look on their face when they find that pair of shoes, that's when it's gonna click for you. You know, even walking through the shoe departments and seeing how expensive shoes are these days for kids that are just gonna outgrow these shoes in just a few short months. They grow fast. If we can just provide one pair of shoes to help them get through, it's taking a huge amount of pressure off of the family, and you can see it. You constantly hear from people how much this is impacting them. So come and be a part of it. Come and see what's happening. Experience it for yourself, because you are not going to understand it until you are in that room with a child finding their perfect pair of shoes.